In your book, you're mentioned in a chapter to quote, product marketing is the go-to-market in to product management's young. And on this partnership in product marketing and product managers, what are the common mistakes that some companies making in common when building up these areas or this partnership between these two areas?
The number one mistake I see is the product team decides what to build, and then when they're ready, they bring the marketing team in. And that's the biggest mode of, I'd say, product marketing failure. Because this literally just happened last week. I was discussing with a CPO, the most strategic new feature that they were going to release was coming out in Q2. And I said, that's so big. It seems like you need to prepare the market before the feature is ready. And he's like, yeah, that actually might be a good idea. And as we discussed it, that work needed to begin in Q1. So a whole 6 months ahead of when the feature is actually going to be ready. And I asked him, I said, why hasn't this conversation happened with product marketing? And he said it's because they are in the habit of figuring out what they're going to build, telling the team when it's available, and then the product marketing team takes that as a given and says, well, okay, then we just market from there. So that's the biggest failure mode. It really should be a dialogue when everyone understands the business's strategy and said, okay, for us to achieve what you want with that feature, we actually need to begin the marketing maybe far in advance, or it might be simultaneous, but it should be a dialogue. It shouldn't be when it's done and ready, and then it's too late to do anything.
And I think it's really interesting your point because, for example, when product managers are defining which feature they will develop or they create or improve, they do product discovery. If they are doing well, they're doing product discovery. And this time is perfect to involve a product marketer because they will be able to understand more how people are feeling about this problem or how they might feel about this new feature, and they can help positioning, they can help the go-to-market understanding from the roots the issue, right?
And that's very much the yin-yang part. So it's not like, when I'm done, then it's your turn. Yeah. It's let's have you listen at the same time. So you're discovering, as we discover what to build, you're discovering the language that is most compelling, that helps someone get excited by what we're going to build. Because you can build something, talk about it the wrong way, and have everyone go, I'm not interested, I already have that, or how is that different from this other thing? And you can build something great and cause immense confusion. So bringing product marketing in as you are doing the discovery work, so everyone understands how might we position this as it goes out into market and what language we use, that will only make both teams much more effective.
And it's interesting because people, when they do that, when they just call the product marketers later, it makes it even slower because they have to get the context. They might need to do discovery to understand the wording and how people are talking about the feature or the problems they have. It gets slower. So if you want to be faster and better, you have to do it earlier. Yeah.
And I think that's a frustration a lot of product teams feel because go-to-market teams have longer lead times. And they're like, why does this take so long? But if product marketing was involved from the beginning, they can accelerate that path and they can move at the speed that product wants to move so that everything on the go-to-market side is ready at the same time that product is.
And also the market team can be frustrated because they feel surprised. Like, how can we go from there if you just find out that this new big thing will be ready next month?
Yeah, that's a really important point. I don't think a lot of product teams understand how much time it takes to develop creative assets and campaigns and prepare partners. There are certain things that just take a much longer amount of time than most people realize, and that's what the marketing team needs to have time to do, and that's why having product marketers prepare the go-to-market teams and the sales team, especially if you're B2B, having enough lead time for that to go well is critical.
E aí, gostou desse corte? Se você quiser, assista o episódio completo, basta clicar no link aqui na descrição. E se você gostou e quer deixar a gente sabendo disso, deixa o like e assina o nosso canal para a gente continuar trazendo conteúdo gratuito aqui no YouTube.